The average wine drinker tends to believe that champagne or sparkling wine is best only for special occasions like weddings, anniversaries, graduations, birthdays, firstborns, new babies, new jobs, winning the lottery. I think there's a few more, but any special occasion, that is what people typically believe is when you should enjoy champagne. I am here to tell you that is just not true. Bubbles are good every single day of the week, every week of the month, and every month of the year. So today on Let's Wine a Little, we are going to dig into the world of champagne and sparkling wine. We'll explain why champagne is champagne and why every other bottle is just a bottle of bubbles. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to Let's Wine a Little. Okay, so let's talk about champagne because this is one of those where we really have to be specific. Okay, let me stop. People don't like to be specific, but if you were to go out someplace or if you were to say go to the store, surely they can help you find it, but I want to make sure we are clear about what is champagne and what is sparkling wine and what is everything else. So number one, champagne comes from the Champagne region in France. And if it's not from that region, then it's just, and I don't want to say regular, but it's just a bottle of sparkling wine. What also makes champagne special is the method in which it is produced, which is the traditional method or the méthode champenoise, which means that the wine undergoes a second fermentation in the bottle. That's how you get those signature bubbles that we have all come to love and enjoy. So you say to yourself, okay, well, I've got some bubbles and it's sparkling, and isn't that champagne? Well, no. Other sparkling wines that come from France, and they may very well follow the traditional method, they are called Cremant because they are not from that region in France. Hello, champagne. What if it's coming from Italy? Well, that's Prosecco. Now, Prosecco tends to have smaller bubbles, and it also tends to be much sweeter, but it is just as enjoyable as a bottle of champagne. Me, myself, I love a good cava. Oh my goodness, that is coming from Spain, and those bubbles are larger, but they may also follow the same traditional method that is used to produce champagne. But we're not done traveling. No. We are heading to Portugal where they have espumante. Now this too can follow the same method as champagne, the traditional method. You could also do the Charmat method or the transfer method. And espumante, some of the flavors there could be a lemon, a lime, a little fruity. But that is what we have when you are visiting Portugal. Now let's see, what's left? Oh, the United States. Because we create champagne, we create sparkling wine here too. Anything that's not from that region is just sparkling wine. So that covers all of us here in the United States. Now, what's great about champagne, and we mentioned it, it can be enjoyed every single day, and we highly suggest that you do so. So in this episode, we're going to share with you a couple of our favorite sparkling wines, and I do believe there is a champagne in there. Let's get started. I know what you're thinking. This is not a bottle of bubbles, but this company is known for their rosé and their champagne and their champagne bears and rosé roses. It's Sugarfina. Yes, it is the luxury gourmet candy company that has been infusing alcohol and liqueurs in some of the best and most amazing candies I have ever tasted. And so I want to share with you some of these Sugarfina sweet treats that I just cannot get enough of. First up is their Rosé All Day Bento Box. Now let me say this. Some of you may already know, but the Sugarfina Champagne Bears and the Sugarfina Rosé Roses are some of the most popular gift-giving bridal shower swag bag sweet treats. Yes, but look at it. I have here, but first, Rosé Roses and then Rosé All Day Bears. Is that not attractive? Like, how pretty is that? Ugh. So a couple of things before we go too far. One, you're not gonna get tipsy, okay? So you're not going to get a buzz from having these amazing gourmet candies. These are not your grandmother's rum balls, okay? But you will remember that beautiful, effervescent taste and tingle in your mouth when you enjoy these. So I will say that. Not only do I love their Rosé All Day Bento Box, but the Champagne Bears, oh my goodness, these are great. Now this is the sparkling Rosé Bears in this box, but I do have their #1 sellers. We have their original Champagne Bears. We have the Strawberry Champagne Bears. And then, because I don't want to leave anybody out, but there are the Peach Bellini Hearts. Oh my goodness. Talk about amazing and beautiful ways to treat somebody, and more importantly, treat yourself. Now I know what you're thinking. How can I get myself a box of these bears? Well, here's what's great about this. Not only does Sugarfina ship typically worldwide, but check your country, check your state. They also can be found in Total Wine and Nordstrom Rack. They have been around for years and they are kicking it when it comes to creating signature treats that we can all enjoy. And the last time I looked, the advent calendar for the holidays, man, it is moving, so you don't want to miss out. Make sure you check out sugarfina.com to get more information about their gourmet goodies and also perhaps create a fun bento box of your own. Celebrations are always great with sparkling wine or champagne, and we don't have to wait for a special occasion to enjoy sparkling wine or champagne. And yes, it is sparkling wine or champagne, because if you consider champagne, it must be from that special region in France. So today I've got the Mermosa Bubbles, which is a Black-owned sparkling wine, and it is tasty. They have one of the best flavor profiles, I believe, so that any person who is just beginning to enjoy sparkling wine or investigate the world of bubbles can appreciate. Why not start with one that's called Bubbles? Hello. Mermosa Bubbles is a white wine with a flavor profile of orange and pineapple. And if you know orange and pineapple, those are two flavors that just work exceptionally well together. I would definitely say that this is a sparkling wine that you want to serve at all of your brunches, your quick get-togethers. Is great for an average everyday drink. And if you have someone who is just getting into the world of sparkling wine, this is the way to go. So let's look at the entire body of work. All right, let's do a quick little tasting. All right, that fragrance that fragrance. If you've ever been to any of the Caribbean islands, you are going to get that from the fragrance. It is so obvious. The pineapple's in there. You get the citrus from the orange. And again, this is one of those flavor combinations that has yet to disappoint. Think about the number of cocktails that you've enjoyed that include orange and include pineapple. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So this is going to be, in my opinion, one of those sparkling wines that you have guests or friends who are trying to figure out which way to go and they have never tried one. Mermosa Bubbles is one of the best ways to get into the world of sparkling wine. Now we've talked about the fragrance. Let's talk about the color. This beautiful amber. It is gorgeous. Absolutely love it. You can see the bubbles rising. And for me, this is going to be, in my opinion, a very attractive sparkling wine to serve. Now I know what you're thinking. Is there ever a wine that's not attractive? You know, if you don't take care of it properly, yes, you can get something that doesn't look right. But this color, for me and my taste, is inviting. And if I was doing a Sunday brunch, a spring get-together, or I'm just out on the boat in December, I want this on my table because it's pretty and it's attractive and it's going to bring the people what they want. Something enjoyable to drink. Let's see what the taste buds say, shall we? Okay. I like it. Again, orange, pineapple, done deal. I love the easy to drink flavor profiles. Love them. This is it. This is not extremely sweet, so don't think dessert wine. This is very easy, simple. I would say medium body because it kind of lingers a little bit in the mouth, but no crazy wonky aftertaste. If anything, and I know I've said it, I'm gonna say it again. This is your Sunday brunch sparkling wine, hands down. I don't believe you can ever go wrong here. And it's like, it's fruity. I get tropical all over. In terms of leaving any sort of lasting notes, the last note I get is pineapple. So that's the most prominent, but it's even balanced. It's even balanced in my opinion. And I highly suggest this for anyone who is just getting started into the world of sparkling wine. Now, we said it before, we'll say it again. Mermosa is a Black-owned winery, which I always appreciate. I want to be more conscious in the wines, alcohols, liqueurs, that area that I shop in. So, if you're new to the game, you're trying to figure out where to go, this is going to be my recommendation for that simple, everyday sparkling wine or champagne to just appreciate getting up one more day. We don't have to wait for special occasions or celebrations. Every day is a celebration. And Mermosa Bubbles is one of the ways I suggest you pop a bottle and enjoy. Let's continue to rosé all day. So today I've got this beautiful bottle from Borrasca. This is out of France. It's a premium cuvée. And we are going to get a quick tasting of this sparkling wine. Now, I guess, well, I really shouldn't call it sparkling wine. Well, I guess I should. I mean, it is from France, but I don't know if it's from the Champagne region, so I'm not gonna call it champagne. We'll just go with the sparkling wine to keep it easy and make sure that it's good. I think I have to open this up a little wonky. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's get into it. Let's take this here and push that back because I don't want to knock over my glass. That would not be good. And let's turn it. A little hiss. we go. There we go. We're not going to waste wine around here. That we're not going to do. All right, let's give it a pour and check out the color of this rosé. Ooh, so far very nice, light and pink. Let's give it a little bit more there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this bottle in some Chill's ice here because I don't want it to get warm. Ooh, that is a gorgeous color for rosé. A very nice light blush. I'm getting berries and I don't know exactly which ones. I'm not getting, I feel strawberry in there somewhere. Let's take a test. Okay. I do get strawberry and maybe raspberry. Don't quote me, people. Don't quote me. But I get a little feel of raspberry in there. I will say this. Not very sweet, which I'm not a fan of really sweet sparkling wines. I would say in terms of feel, hold on. It is light, no aftertaste, has a really good feel in my mouth, very smooth. So in regards to our rosé all day, this would definitely be on the menu for something that I would serve at a brunch or a social Sunday. This is very easy to drink, has a nice light berry flavor. I do get strawberry. I'm thinking it's raspberry in there. There is one other note, but it's not coming to me at this moment. But it is light and fresh, not heavy. Has a very good feel in the mouth, no aftertaste. And it's not heavy body, so I'm gonna put it right in the middle. It's not gonna knock you back. Now, clearly, depending on how you rock with a bottle or a glass, you wanna make sure you are eating something, but this is very fresh. I see spring, I definitely see summer. If anything, I would say this is a year-round sparkling wine or a year-round rosé that you can enjoy on just about any day, anywhere, for any event or moment. So Piper Heidsieck Cuvée Sublime has been my mainstay for years. Absolutely. Let's see here. So if we're gonna count from, and let me go ahead and count it. From the time I was 30 until I was 49, it has been the champagne that I have celebrated with every single year on my birthday. Now you're asking yourself, why is it so special? Well, let me tell you how it works out. So it just so happens that in 2005, I was preparing to go back to New York City. I had gotten my first big girl job and was moving back and said, I'm gonna go celebrate. And was out in the club and decided to pick up a champagne bottle. Not a glass, but a bottle. Yes, I realize now that it was far more expensive than it should have been, but it's okay, it's okay. We live and we learn, right? So having this beautiful bottle, I fell in love with the Demi-Sec. And that is how I started putting more of my time and energy into champagne, Prosecco, Cava, sparkling wine, all the bubbles, versus going for some of the other wines that are out there. This wine I have celebrated with every single September 17th. And then I found out that grape, that crop, it was being discontinued. Broke my heart. I thought, how am I supposed to celebrate going forward? Now, there was one birthday that I went off the rails because I kept extra bottles in the house, you know what I'm saying? But there was one birthday where I decided to go with a different champagne versus that champagne, although I did have it later in the day, but still, I have to be honest, I did switch it up because I thought to myself, I've got to find something else. What is great about a Demi-Sec is that it is semi-sweet. It's not too sweet, it's just enough, and it happens to be very easy to drink. I actually enjoyed this one with pizza, fried chicken, popcorn. You're like, wait, fried chicken and champagne? Fried chicken and champagne is the food pairing combination you didn't know that you needed in your life. Trust me when I say this. Fried chicken and champagne. And I will also say this, it doesn't have to be a fancy dancy bottle of champagne. You can go with your Asti, Spumante, or whatever else, and you'll be just fine. So check that out. Lastly, I know you see that I have my champagne in a basic wine glass. Now, I will say this, there are some out there who believe that it is best to serve champagne in a universal wine glass versus the flute. Now, I love a flute. I do. It's pretty. I have really pretty flutes in my home. But I also know that when you have that nice wide bowl of a universal wine glass, you get to get all of the aroma and all of the beautifulness of a wine, even sparkling, to show. It's kind of hard to see it in the flute. Like you do get the bubbles, you see the little effervescence that it's going, but it's really hard to get everything else when it comes to tasting it. So the next time you're having champagne and you think, oh my goodness, I don't have any flutes, don't fret. Get yourself a universal wine glass and you'll be just fine for any wine that you serve, be it sparkling or non-sparkling. Now, I know champagne can be a little daunting, it can be a little overwhelming, but don't fret. These bubbles, they're your friends. And the more you take time to test new sparkling wines, test Prosecco, test a Cava, test a champagne, the more you may find yourself finding reasons to celebrate every single day. And truly, champagne is a wine for every single day. I do hope you have enjoyed this episode investigating the sparkling side of wine. We talked about sweet treats that are known for their champagne bears and their rosé roses. And we also looked at a beautiful champagne from Piper Heidsieck. We talked about the bubbles from right here in the United States of Mermosa. And I could have sworn there was a sparkling rosé from France. Yeah. So many ideas, so many more varieties to try. When you really get into the world of wine, and we are just talking about the sparkling side, there is a number of wines you could try. We didn't talk about Prosecco, and if I must give you somebody you want to look at, and I know that they're not from Italy, but don't sleep on Fresgenet from Spain. They have a beautiful Prosecco that everybody would love at your next holiday dinner or party. Or if you like me, you can just have it because you enjoy having champagne every single day of the week. And speaking of Spain, we know that there is Cava. So don't forget to go down that pathway and find more brands to try there. Last but not least, and I shouldn't say last because I don't want to leave the United States out, but don't forget Portugal and Espumante. That is an entirely different area of sparkling wines that you can get into and create a new adventure. And yes, we have the United States and there are more than enough sparkling wines being created here. So you will always have something new to try. I get it and I understand. It is easy to get into a store, look at all of the aisles of wine, and get a little overwhelmed. But that's why we're here, and there's nothing to be afraid of. These grapes, they're your friends. There's some really good friends too. They make you smile a little bit. So the next time you're heading out to the wine store, be it at your grocery store, a big box store, or any other individual shop, take an extra step to go check out the champagnes and sparkling wines, and you may be surprised how much you enjoy popcorn and sparkling wine or champagne, fried chicken and sparkling wine and champagne, and that is a classic. Oh, there's dark chocolate with sea salt and sparkling wine or champagne. And word on the street, and I have not tried it, but word on the street is pizza. Pizza and champagne. Now, I haven't tried that one. We're gonna find out where that is. It's on the list of things to do, but that's the beauty of exploration. All right, we will see you guys in the next one.